today? Well, just talk to my brothers of Zimbabwe. Sanbonani, Sikona, if you're in South Africa. I know many of you are in South Africa, whatever. Well, brothers, I don't know what is going on, but I came here to share a little bit of our experience. You know, in Mozambique, we most recently we're still going on, but things are going the other way. By the way, I saw many people, many of you Zimbabweans, commenting on other forums and something else. So, what I'm coming here today to say to Zimbabweans is that change requires be involved. Change is not only strike in the streets, manifestations. Change implies to be organized, be transparent, and be committed. Revolution is a long walk to freedom, and we have a lot of stories on many people. But the changes in Zimbabwe will mean a lot, not only for the Zimbabweans, for many other regi- regions and other people around. But today I'm coming to talk to you, and whatever time you want to say, you learn from us in Mozambique what we done. We use a lot of social media to influence, and it is very important to use Zimbabweans who use social media to keep uh, the pressure on. And that is a quite interest that you listen others and also use that information to spread fast. Download the videos on WhatsApp, send it to your friends to make everybody awareness. And that is my conversation today. I want to say to the Zimbabweans how grateful I am myself personal for everything that you are doing for change in Zimbabwe. Change uh, reflect implies in reflecting also subsequently to others. I'm from Mozambique, and the reason I say that change in Zimbabwe will bring also something from people from Zambia, Angola, Namibia, whatever. That means better days. We don't expect to have dictatorships. We are tired of dictatorships. Dictatorships, they don't bring nothing. Those who see dictatorships as a way of make life happening. No, dictatorships have a problem. Dictatorships, they don't let society to develop. And also boring. Yeah, it's boring. Thank you. Dictatorships, uh, dictatorships bring uh, something that put back many of the problems that we need to cross. I'll give you an example of Mozambique, what dictatorship has done to Mozambique, has put us backwards and in the way, in a such way that you don't realize could be done better. Yes, if you do baby oil on your mom, it will be nice not to be here involved in this conversation, please. I think that is the right I could tell you. Okay. So Zimbabweans they have to learn to do things in a different way because if you don't learn to do those things, you don't understand yourself. And this is when you retract, you keep saying, and then you say, "Oh, I could do this." And one of the things is, many of Zimbabweans they have worked in South Africa, they have a lot of money making South Africa. How that money has changed their lives. You can't make money only because you think money is only what you personal will make it rich. No. We learned something very interesting in Mozambique that money influentiate and money make people run to a certain extent their own minds. When they realize they are wrong, they stop and then start try to find a space where themselves they don't need that money because that money does not add value to them. And this is what is happening in Africa is the politicians they want the money for themselves. They don't want feed. That's why angry is a problem. People, so many people with anger, so many people, so many people. And those people, when they start to break even, for them is a challenge. And that has been a challenge for all Africans and many Africans. An example, there is this Zimbabwean guy have a bank and came to South Africa and opened a business of aluminium. He used his own Zimbabwean people, slave his own Zimbabwean people, does not pay their salaries. And then these own people, they still be there working for him and lick his ass. And then I challenged them. I said, why do you work for this man? Say, do you know what? We steal. He doesn't know that we steal. And when he pays us, we make a profit. And that is where you have to understand that is not the practice of stealing, is the practice of you make it. And that is when people like these ones, they're not able to understand. I've been used and abused. That's what most of us been used and abused by ignorance, by default. And people that they don't like to hear a comment, an opposite idea, an opposite mind, are those that are weak. And weak people are those who insult others without understanding the opposite result and the consequences that are coming. Look Zimbabwe yesterday and look Zimbabwe broken today. People that come here and say, no, Zimbabwe better days. The older days of Manika Land, Bulawayo, where they are, those beautiful things you used to see, where they are, where there's the money that you have to spend for yourself, where they are. And those are the questions I need to tell you. We in Mozambique, we done different. We push it and push it by using social media. There are many people that will not like, but it's the truth. You need to use the social media to show others the reality of your life, the reality what's happening, how corruption is working, and how the regime is killing, is destroying. And this is how we move forward, and then we have made it possible. And many people they don't like hate. That's why we see many of Zimbabweans begging the streets of Europe. Lot of them, accountant men, accountants, workers, builders, doctors as a cleaners, teachers. What they do, shops assistants, cleaning trains. Why they can't be in Zimbabwe? Why? Because of that mind narrow. Me, 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 me. It's not about me, it's about us. And us love what we are, Africans. We don't need, look Burkina Faso, look Mali. We only here, but let's go to them and see and learn from them. Be grateful. And that is the problem. Have a mind political incorrect and have a mind that think the, the freedom fighters brought peace. No. From the first day of independence in the 80s until today, you became a slave of your own brother. And you don't understand how slave you are because they feed you with their rubbish. And you feel thankful for it, what is leftovers of Mr. Mugabe or Managua. No, humans, they don't need eat leftovers. No, it is painful to take a leftovers and go feed your family. Parallel lives they don't have. And that is what I'm saying. Fight have to be very simple and very strategical. We're gonna aim this. We're gonna transform. We're gonna create a structure. We're gonna create a control. We're gonna have a transparency. And that is what we Africans don't like. To have a structure, control, and transparency. Because we misinterpret those basics. We cannot be like a church group where the priest always milk us and never guide us to prosperity. Thank you for those who are commenting here, and I appreciate it for your comments because it shows who are you and how you behave and how you think, how you refuse your own dignity, and how you are scared to be free from your own mind. This is the truth of the matter. Acknowledge those people is important also because are those who they don't have enough oxygen to understand growth is quite important. And growth brings prosperity, and prosperity is what Zimbabwe will not see for years and years and years for believing in people they don't see the horizon of the sun. Thank you for all those who are gonna listen, all those who are gonna be here commenting. Come back to the show and leave your comments. But the point here is asking you Zimbabweans, come out, use the social media, communicate each other, make others aware of reality. Because what one person would say, maybe somebody else would say different. Say, this is not what's happening in Tare. This is not happening in Bulawayo. This is not what happened in the border. And everybody will have a conscience what really is happening and what ZANU PF is doing. ZANU PF is not the future. Like Frelimo is not the future of Mozambique, like MPLA, like SWAPO, like ANC. The future is us, left over, the right. We have to move. The left are showing us nothing. Now is the time. Move to the right and realize better days are possible. Be creative, but also be solidary with the reality. Thank you for watching. This is MOZ TALK Show. If you like, give a thumb, subscribe to the channel, and also leave a comment. Why not? It's here to stay. Whatever positive, negative, we don't take that by heart, but we embrace because we know there is some minds they want attention, and attention is not given to those who they don't know where's the horizon, the future. Africa united, together we'll make it. Thank you. Bye bye.